SpaceX Falcon 9 launch, an amazing feat, isn't it? How does a rocket leave the Earth? A space shuttle needs to create a tremendous amount of energy during a short duration to propel itself out of Earth's gravitational zone. And to reach there, it has to hit something called as an escape velocity. Now, escape velocity is that limit beyond which the space shuttle or rocket can really propel itself towards other galaxies. So what is that escape velocity figure in our financial lives to achieve financial freedom? Well, there is a limit beyond which the financial freedom path really accelerates in an exponential way. Just like the rocket propels beyond that escape velocity, beyond this magic figure, the path towards financial freedom really accelerates. Now, what is that number? It's $100,000. Why $100,000? Well, in Charlie Munger's words, who is the Warren Buffett's partner, in his words, the first $100,000 is a bitch. He said the first $100,000 is really painful, but you got to do it. I don't care what you have to do. If it means walking everywhere and not eating anything that wasn't purchased with a coupon, find a way to get your hands on $100,000. You can ease a bit after that. This is in his words, and it's so true. You just look at the figure. The first $100,000, why is it the escape velocity in our path towards financial freedom? Suppose you assume that you save $10,000 every year for an interest rate that you will get, like 7% interest rate. You see in the figure that it took you almost 7.84 years at the same rate to get your first $100,000. But the next 100K came in just 5 years. The next one in 3.7 and the next one in 3 years. So you see that the last $100,000 before you reached $1 million came in just every year you started adding $100,000. But one important thing you need to notice is, although the $100,000, beyond that, the number of years it took to add next 100K really reduced drastically. But you also need to note that the first $500,000, it took you 22.5 years to get the first 500K. The same concept applies. The next 500K came in 6.8 years, just 6.8 years. It's less than what it took you to reach the first 100K. Why is this happening? It's because of the exponential nature, the geometric progression or the compounding concept, which is why it is so magical. Now that 100K is your escape velocity. So how do we get to that escape velocity of $100,000 to accelerate the path towards financial freedom? Well, we need to take care of three things particularly. First one is instant gratification, which we all have learned in schools and colleges. Basically, instant gratification is closely related to the neurotransmitter, which is dopamine. Every time we satiate our needs or wants, the release of dopamine, which is closely associated with the brain's reward system, gets released. And we keep doing that. We need to come out of that treadmill and delay gratification as much as possible. And the second one is conspicuous consumption. Conspicuous consumption is basically, it was written in the theory of leisure class in 1899, that's 140 years back, and it still applies. It's basically to flaunt your wealth or to spend and achieve certain amount of wealth to show off in the society to get some identity, right? And that conspicuous consumption has to be avoided by all means. The third one is financial debt, which is taking debt, like credit card debts, to achieve instant gratification or to get instant gratification or to buy things for the conspicuous consumption. It puts you in a reverse treadmill of compounding. We want to avoid all three by all means so that you get rid of those baggages to accelerate your path towards financial freedom. Just wanted to bring this up. Thanks for staying with me. Signing off, Sandeep Anand.